This is Mike 9 from Eyehategod for HornsUpRocks.com.
Inside Saint Vitus Bar. And of course, this is Mike Williams from Eyehategod. How are you, brother?
Mike 9 Williams.
Number 9. Explain that number 9. I know you explained it on the phone, but it's to Horns Up Rocks viewers, you haven't explained that yet.
It's hard to explain. It's something that came to me like it's just one of those things that kind of manifested itself to me. Like I would walk around and I'd find like a playing card. It'd be 9, the 9 of hearts or something like that, or you know, and or a domino. You know, dominoes. It'd be like a 6 and a 3, or dice, and it'd be like a 9. It just weird stuff like that kept happening, and I don't know. I don't really know how it happened, but like I went to jail. I know how that happened. I went to jail, and after Katrina, and they started doing this thing online, free Mike 9 with the Roman numeral 9. So I was like, that looks pretty cool. And besides the fact of that I have my book out, you know. Yeah. And but the thing with the book is that if you go on Amazon or something like that, there's like 1,000 guys named Mike Williams, Michael Williams, and all this stuff. So I figured, you know, use Michael 9 Williams. It distinguishes me from the other folks, and it's just something. It's like Nikki 6, you know, Mike 9. So
Tell us about the book since you brought it up. What's in this book?
It's just a bunch of dark, negative poetry and spouting off at the mouth. Just some of it's hallucinogenic, like just, you know, it goes back for a while, like in my life, and a lot of it's really old now. Some of it's Eyehategod lyrics, some of it's Outlaw Order lyrics, like Arson Anthem lyrics, probably even. You know, it's just like it's just kind of the first thing I put out is like a book of poetry, you know. But there's variation, you know. There's like some prose and some short like stories and stuff in it too. So.
How when you first started writing anything that is in this book?
I started writing when I was like really young, you know, probably 13, 14, you know. But I was one of those guys that wasn't afraid to show it to other people. You know, I started out writing like the dumbest punk rock lyrics ever, you know, like just stupid punk rock lyrics, you know. And it's not a corrections house interview.
For the record.
No, it's not. Yeah, I would write like these horrible punk rock lyrics, you know, like "Burn the Flag" and all these. Like, "I'm a fucking epileptic" was one of my old songs when I was like, you know, really young. But I wasn't afraid to like put it out there, and if somebody said it sucked, I would go, "Oh, okay, well maybe I should analyze it and maybe change it or something like that." But then I kept gradually getting into more like writers, like the Beat Poets, and Bukowski's a huge influence, obviously, and Burroughs and William Volman and Herbert Hunk and like all these people like that. And I just started getting into more stuff like that and realizing that there's more out there. You know, like you don't have to, poetry doesn't mean flowers and trees and bunnies and stuff. You know, you can write about your life and write about the dark things in life too, you know, so kind of took it from there.
And I know obviously you brought up Katrina and your imprisonment, and that inspired you to, after the fact, to kind of be like, all right, these are my next, quote unquote, not just moves, but kind of like writing wise. I think that kind of changed your vision.
Yeah. Well, this came out in 2003, the first edition, and I've since it's been repressed 3 times, so it's not bad. You know, it's sold a little bit, you know, people are into it. They still sell it, you know, often. But yeah, and I did write some stuff when I was in jail, not prison, so.
Jail. Yeah.
Prison's a whole different thing, you know. I was in a stupid county jail in some redneck fucking town. But then, yeah, for like 3 months, and then when I got out, I got busted again for a probation violation and went back in New Orleans for another 3 months, so. That's, you know, but it's over now, so.
We're here tonight at Saint Vitus with Corrections House, which is one of your freshest projects. So, you know, you tell me whatever you want them to know about this new project.
It's not a project. It's a media blackout. No, no. Well, it's just something that me, Sanford Parker, Bruce Lamont, Scott Kelly from Neurosis, and myself, we've been friends for a while. We just been talking about doing something, and me and Bruce did this thing at South by Southwest a few years ago where it was just improv, like noise and me screaming stuff. Just total improv, though. And it just stemmed from that, you know? That's it.
And of course, there's a new Eyehategod record still coming out this year.
We've been in the studio, man. We got to finish everything up. Like, we got some more guitar parts to go, and then I got to do vocals for the entire. There's 15 songs for the Eyehategod record, and we just need to finish that up. And Jimmy's out with Down right now, and I'm doing this. Eyehategod doesn't tour in the winter. Like, they won't come up to New York at this time of year. And I don't mind it, you know. So that's why I'm doing this. Something, you know, just to keep moving, you know, keep creative, you know. That's what this whole thing is something to keep creative and keep creating, you know. So, yeah, the Eyehategod album will be out.
Some will be out.
But we actually did go in the studio. We did record, you know, so... Yeah.
Is there any song titles or album titles you want to tell the public about?
No.
It's very fresh still.
Just, you know, New Orleans is New Vietnam. There's a song called Robitussin and Rejection. Song called Medicine Noose. Those are the ones we were doing live, you know. There's a song, there's some titles that are tentative and stuff, but yeah. But yeah, that's what we got going on so far.
It's in the works.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be out, you know.
Let's talk about Arson Anthem.
Songs will be on the album, but we're going to use some of those for different things, an EP maybe, or some splits with other bands, or, you know, something like that. So
you brought up Arson Anthem, your project with Phil, or one of your many projects.
I think I brought that up.
You did mention it. I wish I could rewind, but I can't.
Maybe I did. Arson Anthem lyrics probably. Arson Anthem lyrics probably. Arson Anthem lyrics probably. Oh, what's up with that? What's up with that? Well, we haven't been doing anything with that lately. You know, Hank's touring. He just put out that 3-album set. Oh, and I've been talking to him every now and then. He's doing his thing, and Phil's doing his solo record and doing Down. And, you know, and I'm doing whatever I can, you know, with Eyehategod or with this. Or I have another band called The Guilt Of, which is it's like black metal punk noise stuff, you know. We haven't played live yet though, but we recorded. We've got out like 5 or 6 releases right now, you know. And been doing all that, you know. So Arson Anthem's kind of been on the back burner for a while. We'll see what happens in the future, you know. I hate for those songs to not get played ever again, you know, but you know, we're gonna figure something out.
Mike, since you've been doing this for a while, I gotta ask you, what is the hardest lesson you learned from the music business in all these years you've done it?
Read your contracts before you sign them. When you're a young kid, don't sign a contract because you think you're getting a free trip to Europe and that's it. And then the band breaks up, you know. 25 years later, you're still in that band. And that trip to Europe was fucking, you know, 25 years ago. So, you know, and you know, so that's pretty much. Get a lawyer if you can, you know. But it depends too, because that's what happened with us. We didn't think. God didn't think we all had other bands that we were serious about, you know. So. We didn't think that like this band would go this far ever, you know. So we were just like, yeah, fucking sign this thing, man. We got a free trip to Europe, you know, let's do it. And you know, now it's 2013, and I've been to Europe about 18 times, and you know, waiting to get paid from the record label that I signed with. So you know.
Do you remember the first concert you went to, and do you remember how old you were when you went to that first concert?
Like a big concert.
Any concert that you like really like impacted you.
Well, I used to go see. when I was like 12, there was a local New Orleans band called the Normals. They were like kind of, I don't know how to describe them. It was a punk rock band, you know. And my brother happened to work at the club where they played a lot. So he, and I was 12 years old, you know, so he would talk to the owner and be like, my brother really likes this band. And so I would go in this bar, you know, it was like all these drunk punk rockers, you know, and I loved this band, you know. And the Normals, but I also saw like the Clash, like really young, and Talking Heads, and you know, I'm an old punk rock, new wave weirdo. So, but those are like the first. The Talking Heads played at this place called the Warehouse, which has like become like legendary now because Sabbath played there, the Stooges played there, the Doors played there, Allman Brothers. It's the place the Grateful Dead played when they got busted on Bourbon Street. So it's like that it's since like either torn down or something else, but yeah, I saw some good shows there when I was like 12, 13, you know.
All right. We're gonna get out of here. Thank you as usual. I think
Thank you, man.
we pretty much went over everything we had to go over.
Yeah. Go see Corrections House. That's all I'll say.
All right, thank you. Saint Vitus Bar also, you know, as you said, there's many places that have been knocked down that we love, and it's cool to have a place like Saint Vitus who is still supporting.
I would say that Saint Vitus is an awesome place because it's ran by fans, it's ran by music people, it's run by people that are in bands. You know, we love playing here. Eyehategod played here like a month ago or two and sold out 2 nights. So, yeah, we love this place. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Thanks a lot.